Hello, everyone, and welcome you all to another chapter of the Advanced CapCut tutorial. So now we are on our chapter number 16, where I'll be showing you guys about the swipe text effect in CapCut. So we learned that how you can basically apply the swipe text effect over here. So we will see how it actually works. So let's not waste much time and let's get started. So over here on my screen, as you guys can see, now I'm here in the home page of CapCut, or you guys can call it the interface. And the first thing, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come here and I am going to import the videos. So let's click on import. And from import, here you guys can see there is a series of videos, but I'll take this one and let's open this thing up. Okay, so the total duration of the video is around 42 seconds, but I will just make it somewhat around 10 seconds most probably. And I have decreased the size, and now let's click over here and I do have imported it as well. So let me just decrease it somewhat around 10 seconds. And let's 10 seconds right over here. Let's click on that video, Shift and Z to zoom to fit over here in the timeline. So now let's come here and let's see the whole video over here. And now in this particular video, now what I'm gonna do is I am going to first add out a text box. Okay, so the first thing is that I'll go to this top panel over here. Let's click on the text box and I'm going to add out a default text box over here. Okay, so I will just add out a default text box over here. Now let's select this particular text, or before that I can just select the type of font that I'm willing to work with. Okay, so now let's click over here and you guys can see there are a lot of this. Okay, so let's come here and let's go with the terror. Okay, that looks too fancy. This one also kind of looks too fancy. So let me just go with this Amity one. And now I am going to type Kerala, India. Okay, so I'm just going to type this thing right over here. Let me select this particular text. And now I am going to move this one right over here on top. Okay, so I'm just going to put this one right over here on top. And also at the same time, if I want to apply glow, I can apply glow to this letter as well. So let's click on glow over here and I can also choose the color. Okay, so if you want to give it a black glow, you guys can come here and you guys can just give this one up a black glow as well. You guys can select the range. Okay, I'll just keep it 50, and also you guys can select the intensity as well. Okay, so maybe around 35. Okay, so let's see around 35 over here, and now this is quite nicely visible right over here. Okay, so now as you guys can see, this part is basically done. The next thing is that I will select this particular text, or let's select this particular video, and now I will just go on to the masking option, and under masking option I will just take out the horizontal masking. Okay, so let's come here, and now what I'm gonna do is before that or before doing this one right over here, I will come here, I will select this particular text and I'll right click and I am going to create this text as a compound clip. Okay, so I just forgot this particular step to tell you guys. So as I've selected the text style, the text color, wherever I do want to put of my text, the type of text I am going to work with, and I have already turned this into a compound clip from a text. Okay, so now let's select this one. And if I just go to video, you guys can see now I do have the masking options. Okay, so now I do have the masking option right over here. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come here and I'm just going to give this one up a rotation. And now I can also move this thing up. Let's say I will just give this one up a rotation from here. Okay, so let's come at this particular point, and what I'm gonna do is I am basically going to add out a keyframe. Okay, so let's come here and I am going to add out a keyframe right over here at this particular position. And now, like, once you come right over here at last, okay, so now I am going to take this mask, and after that I am just going to come here, and this is how I do want to reveal. Okay, so now let's see how it actually looks. So this is how it's actually going to look like. But instead, now what I want to do is I want to fade, like if you're coming and if you're looking at this particular piece, once it's showing it, I do want to fade the other part as well. So for that, now instead of coming here and adding this keyframe, so now to get that particular effect which we are looking for, we need to use this mirror mask over here. Okay, so I will just choose out this mirror mask over here. Basically decrease the strip size. Now let's come here, and what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna come here and I'm just going to move this a bit far onto this particular side. Let's increase the width a little bit. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to come here and I'm just going to add a position. Okay, let's keep this cursor at the beginning. And now let's add one keyframe at the first position. And now let's move this playhead. Okay, so most probably let's place it right over here, and I do want to move this one till here. Okay, so now let's try to see how it actually looks. So this is how it will actually appear. But at the same time, if you do want to increase the width, you guys can also increase the width and you guys can see that how it actually looks. Okay, so now let's just view this whole video right over here. And this is how it's going to look like. Okay, so here you do have this particular effect over here. Now, let's increase the size, or let's just move this one. Okay, so let's come here and let's see this particular set of video, how it actually looks. And this is how it actually looks and it actually appears. So this one looks quite amazing, looks quite good as well. But few things now which are left is that over here we need to make sure that we work on with the keyframes properly. Okay, so now the compound clip which you had created, if you do want to undo the compound clip, you guys can do that. If you want to replace the clip, you guys can do that. And here you do have one option known as the show keyframe animation. So if you just click on show keyframe animation, you guys can see that there are a lot of these options. So there is position X right over here, as you guys can see. So you guys can just work on with all these options right over here. You guys can just work on with the position X right over here. Let me just stress this one out, and also this particular one. If you do want to work on with this, you guys can do that. And here you need to make sure that you select this auto curve, okay, or let's go with auto curve option. Okay, so here now let me just place this thing accordingly. Okay, so I'll just choose this auto curve, and now over here, now I'm going to make this one out a proper curve. So make sure to apply this one. And also the same way, let's close down the position X. Now let's come to the position Y option. And the same way over here, I will select the uh, auto curve. Okay, so let's come here. Let's take the auto curve, and I will just put out a curve right over here as well. Okay, so now let's see how it actually looks. So let's come here, and you guys can see is this became a lot faster. Okay, so instead what you guys can do is you guys can just undo this one. Okay, so just undo the way it was. Otherwise, let's come here, and you guys can change the position X as well. So now let's come here. Let me just place it right over here. Let's place this thing. Let's go on with the mask. Let's see how this actually works. So this is a lot faster. Okay, so you guys can see this moves out a lot faster. Let's come here and let's delete this. And let's play this thing out. And now this one is actually a lot slower. Okay, so again, I will just delete all of this. Okay, so let's come here. And also what I'm gonna do is I'm just going to delete this particular keyframe, and at start from the very beginning, I am going to put out a keyframe right over here. Okay, so let's go to video. Let's go to let's come here. Let's shift it right over here. Position 1, and the next position right over here. Okay, let's come here. Slowly, I want you to move it right here itself. Okay, so now let's see how it actually works. So yeah, this is how it's going to basically work. And also now let's right click. Let's go to keyframe animation. Let's click on the mask. Let's click right over here. And again, I will just try to go for the auto curve. Okay, so I will just come here. Let me just position it the same way how it was. Let's come and let's place it, and let's put out a auto curve. So I will just take out this particular handle and maybe move this one out a little bit. And also for the position Y, let's close down the position X first, and let's go to position Y. Now I will just click over here into the auto curve, and let's go to the auto curve option. Let's select this one. Let's select the handle and let's just bend it to an extent. Okay, so now let's see how this mask is going to work basically. And yeah, this does give a nice effect as well. Okay, if you do want to increase the size, you guys can basically increase the size as well. Okay, so this one basically gives some kind of ease in and ease out effect over here. If you just take a look, so you guys can see the ease out effect looks quite amazing. So now the last thing which is left is go to audio and just type traditional, and let's try to play these videos. And let's take this and I'll just put it right over here. Let's trim this down a bit. Let's place it up. Let's click on B to get the split option, and now again I'll just click on A for the selection tool. Let's delete, Shift and Z to zoom to fit here in the timeline. Now this is the time for the preview, so let's play. So yeah, this is how the split text effect actually works. Okay, so lastly, now you guys need to click on export, and I will just save the name to split text effect, and let's export it to my resource file. Let's click on desktop. This is my resource file. Let's select the folder and I'll just export it. So yeah, I hope to see you all in the next chapter. Till then, take care and goodbye everyone.